Now, y'all, we gotta figure it out. Hey, everybody! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be on here right now. There's so many amazing things that are happening right now. Mill and Carl, I'm gonna turn it over to you guys for 2 secs, and I'm gonna be right back because I'm talking loud because I'm outside. Y'all take it.
Pastor Carl, it's on you.
Oh, well, listen, when I tell everybody that momentum is happening in the month of March, I'm so excited to be in partnership with these amazing, innovative leaders, thought leaders. And, guys, what we have our hands on is something very incredible. We're talking about today, what's happening with the great wealth transfer with cryptocurrency and how Gen Zs and 21-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds are catching wind of this digital currency opportunity. So I'm super excited to be in partnership with Yuki and Tyreek. If you all can just come on and let us know why did you decide to become a part of this industry and what's been your experience? Go ahead, Key.
Okay, I'll start it off. Hi, everybody. My name is Kiara Haley. I am a P600, P1000 loading. I have been in this space for actively paying my own membership. It has been a little bit over 2 months. So I am truly blessed to be in this space. I started this space because my mom was just egging me, and I just knew that I needed something, right? So when I finally took the chance on myself, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming in here. It's very bombarding with all of the information, but I stuck down with it, and it has just been life changing. It has been energy changing. It has been so motivating, and I'm just so happy that I started because my mental has shifted. I dream bigger. My goals are bigger, and yeah, that's really it for me. I'm so excited to be here. It has definitely made me go harder every single day. I used to, I remember when I used to like, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. But essentially when I got here and you're surrounded by all of these money makers, all of these people that want to see you win, I go hard every single day now. So that I am very grateful in this space. And yeah, that's me. That's me.
How old are you, Key?
I am 21 years old. I am 21. I'm 21. It's time, y'all. It's time. We
wow.
Just
I mean, you said something powerful. Setting goals, I believe is very, very, very important. And I think a lot of times we don't sometimes accomplish certain goals because we don't really put a time frame on those goals to get it done. So I'm super excited for you and your family and what this opportunity is doing for you. Come on, Tyree, come on in. Let us know why did you get started, and what's been your journey. Brand new Platinum 600, 6 days in the business. Well, today is day 7, but he hit P6 yesterday in 6 days. So come on and let us know what's happening, bro. Like, what's going on, man?
How y'all doing? My name is Tyreek Cox. Like he said, I'm P100, P600, P1000 loading. So we gonna get that done. But I started this because I've been heard about like the cryptocurrency industry and just like getting into the business. And I was always skeptical because like I had friends that did it and they dropped out. But once I got in contact with Carl, he kind of let me in on like how to really get money. And the real key is like to really put in the work, So I linked up with him, and like you said, I've only been in here 7 days. I'm already making money trading. I'm already building my team, man, and I'm grateful and I'm blessed to be a part of this because this has really changed my life. It's really changed my way of thinking. This program is teaching me to think like a businessman, to be a businessman, and to make executive calls and take executive initiative just to impact other people and change my life as well. So I'm definitely be a part.
I think that's powerful. Being able to position yourself as a young person, 21 years old, you're getting all these leadership calls, Key. Tyreek, you're getting all these leadership calls and you're developing your mind, right? And you're seeing that, wow, if I continue to allow my ears and my eyes to receive, I can grow. So I'm proud of you, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are awesome thought leaders. We're going to pass it back to Dr. Jewel. So Dr. Jewel, we were just pretty much just letting everyone know Key and Tyreek's experience, why they decided to get into investing into crypto at 21 years old. and they shared pretty much with everyone how this opportunity is changing their life as a Gen Zer. So I'm excited.
And we definitely got to hear from
Yeah,
Ty.
I'm super excited too, Carl. And thank you
Yeah,
guys so
Miss
much for your
Todd.
leadership. It's like exciting times right now, right? I was on the call yesterday. I talked to you a couple times. I talked to Mill a couple times. And there was just a common theme that we all had, and that was massive growth, right? And that was massive advancement. And I just was like, we got to do a live today because what's happening right now, I've never seen happen in my entire life. Seeing money move as fast as it moves, seeing so many people win at every single age. You know, Kiera got on this call and completely shut it down last night. I was talking to Tariq yesterday. He just hit Platinum 600. And then my beautiful niece, Taja, is doing her thing. She said, Auntie, listen, I'm so serious, Auntie. And I love
We
that. I
haven't heard
love
Tosh
seeing the
speak.
momentum, all of us strategizing together. And guys, don't go anywhere because we have a big announcement to make today. We have our first P5 for this month that just popped in. I cannot wait for you guys to have an opportunity from here to hear from this individual. So let's go ahead and jump in here a little bit more. I mean, obviously, Taj, Tyreek, Kiera, you all saw something with this opportunity that was probably different from what you've seen, and the amount of money that you guys are even making and your colleagues. I mean, kind of tell me from your perspective, Taja, why this was not like an option for you as a millennial. And guys, let me say this, share this feed. I don't know, Facebook, I don't think they let you do watch parties no more.
No.
Do they? I don't think so.
I've been sharing it. Look, come on.
Do they let you do watch parties?
No.
No.
Until April 16th, we can. That's what
I
Angela.
can't hear you.
Until April 16th, we can.
Carl, make sure you're not muted.
We can hear him.
We can hear
can't
him.
hear you.
You can't hear me?
No, we can hear
You can't hear us.
Okay. And why? Okay, so Taja, take it away and tell us, you know, why this is not an option for you, babe.
Yeah, guys. Hi, I'm Taja. I'm 26. My aunt told me about this last year, and I was very skeptical. My mom had told me about it, but I was like, I am a millennial. I had been praying for an opportunity to where I didn't have to go into a job. I didn't want to answer to anybody. And so it was like, you can make money directly from your phone. I was like, no, that's a scam. Like, I just didn't believe it, right? But I am so grateful that I dove into this space. I love it. It is a mindset change. You're around people who are go-getters. You're around people who are world changers, really. And so for me, it was just important to really learn this skill set. And also, like I said, just the mental growth that comes with it is absolutely phenomenal. And I love being in this space. It just wasn't, after a while, I was like, Taja, you don't have a choice other to excel in this space. And so I'm just so glad that I took a leap of faith because I was very nervous initially, you know. It was about really educating myself because some people don't ever take that step. And so for me, it was very important to take that step, educate myself, and go for it. So I'm super excited to talk about it and share my experience.
You're muted. Yeah, hit unmute.
Yeah, Dr. Joy, you're muted.
Okay, great. So I'm really proud of you, Taj. So this is what I want to ask you because, of course, you come from a family of entrepreneurs, traditional entrepreneurs, nan and grand. You know, your great-grandmothers were both entrepreneurs in their own right. Your parents are very, very strong entrepreneurs. And now you're here. Oh, my gosh. I see Marquita on here this morning. Hi, beautiful. Marquita has a song, you guys, that my husband and I heard. I promise you, we thought we was listening to Toni Braxton. I was like, Marie Marquita Thomas. You guys can hear more about that. But coming from a traditional, you know, family of entrepreneurs and then coming over into network marketing, because a lot of people have kind of thought like, oh, you know, that's that thing. Because you had to go through a mind shift with that too. What were some things you would tell people to stay open to? Because the world is totally changing, right? We're not going back to the way things were.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, traditionally, my parents own a safety consulting business in Baltimore. So I've worked there for years in a management position, and something that I've realized, there's a lot of overhead with that, guys. And so, you know, something that I love about this space is you don't have all that overhead, right? And I've talked to you about this a ton of times, Auntie. things change, things shift. And so you have to be malleable. You cannot just stay stuck in this one space and think that'll work forever. And so for me, it was very important to continue to progress because, you know, the company it's a blessing. I thank God for that. But I also wanted to diversify my accounts. I wanted to make sure I have, you know, access to money here, there, everywhere. And so it was important for me. You know, I was hearing about Bitcoin, I was hearing about Forex, but I was very skeptical of it because I just was not educated. And I think something with, you know, like I said, it's important to continue to learn, continue to grow. And I know that for me, I kind of was in a space zone of working there. And I was like, okay, this is just what I'm going to do. I'm going to take over the company, which that's still the plan. But ultimately, I understood it was important to have assets and money and education in different spaces. And so for me, I had noticed I started getting kind of comfortable, and you don't ever want to be in that space. You know, you don't ever want to be in that space. I talk to you about that all the time, Auntie, but it's important. For me, it was very important just to keep moving and keep progressing.
Yeah, no, that's so good, baby. That's so good. And I'm really proud of you for that because, you know, anybody can get stuck, whether they're at 20 years old, 40 years old, or 60 years old, you can get stuck in a way of doing things. And so I think that keeping ourselves in a position where we're continuing to pivot and continuing to move. One of the things that I'm so thankful for this position is because of how I'm able to move, what I'm able to do. You know, I left our Detroit home, went to Nashville home. Now we're down here at our beautiful place in Destin, Florida. And I want everyone to be able to experience that life. I want everyone to be able to change lives and make impact. You can never make impact broke. You just can't do it. And if you keep sometimes trying to find the traditional way, and Taj, I like what you said, traditional business has overhead, it has payroll. Like, honestly, one of the reasons that network marketing is so strong is that you don't have any overhead. You don't have any payroll. I just brought on, a personal assistant after, being here for a minute and being very, very, very successful, that Mill is working very closely with now. But, I've been able to do tons of things because my office is at the crib. You know what I mean? And so it's a pretty amazing experience. And so I love hearing that. Tyreek, what did you hear that kind of made you say, okay, because I just talked to you, what was it, last week? And like, you're on fire. You're telling everyone that you know, you're 20 years old. What did you see in this opportunity that made you say, I'm going all in? Because I think you're actually doing this full time.
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually doing this full time. Pretty much what made me kind of buckle down and, just keep my head down and my best foot forward was I saw the opportunity not only to make money, but to impact other people and to change not only my family's lives, but other people's families' lives. Coming from where we just, having money's really not normal, so like I saw an opportunity to impact my own community and other people's communities with this, man. So that's why like I said, I got my best foot forward. I'm trying to get the word out because people need to know about this, not only to make money, but to know the skill set, because like you said, times are changing and you can't be complacent and comfortable in certain areas. So
yeah, you're going crazy right now. Carl, you're working with this young man. Y'all talking, I think, every day, probably a couple times a day. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so lit. He's so excited. Carl, what have you been seeing in him? What's happening right now with your team?
Oh my goodness. What's happening with my team is one word: momentum.
Yeah.
And I can say this because I've learned this from you, Dr. Jewel, and Camille and all the amazing leaders, is that there are times in your life, in your business, that you may not really see the breaking of day. But it's in those moments that you just remain consistent, you remain persistent, and God has a unique way of allowing you now to attract the leaders into your business. So right now within my personal organization, we have about another 3 Platinum 1000s that are in the bubble to pop by Friday or Saturday.
Yes,
so the momentum is brewing, and I really believe with what's happening, it's going to carry out through April. Chairman's going to be locked in May, and July, August, we're talking about 25 or 50. So I'm just understanding that you really have to work with those that see the vision. The thing I love about our opportunity The customers can make money from trading. But I primarily spend about 80% of my time with those that have the vision for expansion. Actually, I spoke with my team earlier, Dr. Jewel, and I said, think about this, guys. If we as the entrepreneur never share this with people, a lot of families will be hungry right now. So the people that say they don't want to talk to people, I feel it's selfish to me. And I'm going to be honest, because think about it. If we were not, first of all, if Christopher Terry wasn't willing to create the platform, if you didn't have a Dr. Jewel that said, you know what? See, Dr. Jewel, I love you, my sister, because even with all that God has blessed you with, like, I don't want to talk numbers, but God has blessed you. You said, you know what? I know I'm already walking in prosperity, but I cannot leave out people. Okay. So when I think about this opportunity, I think about it now from a different paradigm. The people that say they don't want to share it, I challenge them. I shared it with you. I came in just to trade as well. Trust me. I want to get my bag. But I say, once the financial pressure is removed, now what's the bigger picture? Helping other people. So momentum is really happening within my team. And the team, they're trading. They're making a lot of money. That's causing momentum. And they're starting to see, oh my God, I actually said I didn't want to share this with people. I need to share this with someone. So thank you, Dr. Jewel, for the opportunity. I don't know if Camille wants to come in. I'm just so excited.
Camille got to come in. Come on, I mean, I you know, it's so crazy because I was just sitting here thinking as you were talking about, like, you know, how literally God put us all on the earth to be impact players. And I can remember when I first met Mill, she was working at Blue Cross and Blue Shield, very normal, you know, a very normal situation, a normal girl. But, you know, I saw the anointing that was on the inside of her. I saw gifts on the inside of her. And it wasn't because I was so good. It was like God illuminated my eyes, you know, and that's what I'm praying for everybody watching right now. God illuminate their eyes. Let their eyes see the greatness. Let their ears see the diamonds. Let them see the season in which they're in so that they don't miss this moment. Because so many of us have miracle moments. They're miracle times. They're miracle seasons. But if you're in a miracle moment, but you did not realize you were in a miracle moment, you let it pass you by, and then you end up saying, God, why am I still stuck here? God, why am I not further? He's like, because every time a miracle moment came or a miracle opportunity came, you shunned it because it wasn't all pretty. You didn't understand it. It wasn't put together like you used to see in the package, and you missed it because you got to listen to the instinct that's on the inside of you. God gave you an instinct to take you to warp speed your destiny. And so anyway, I meet Camille. She's at Blue Cross and Blue Shield, super normal. And then this girl connects, and we connect, and I see her just begin to blossom. I see her go from not really wanting to be bothered with people, trusting people, to now loving people. I see her go from being impatient to very patient. I see her going from, you know, maybe average intellect. I think she's always been smart, right, Mill? But like now she on some super hyper allergenic smart stuff. She be figuring stuff out. It's so cute. She told me, Faith, he asked her, how do you figure this stuff out? But what am I saying? We have a team of people, Shireen, that are anointed to take you to the wealthiest flow that you could only imagine, that you could only dream about. And so, Mill, I'm going to say I'm super proud of you. She's COO of my brand. She's a Chairman 10, quickly running the Chairman 25. Mill, you came in this space and changed your life, and now you're bringing on other powerhouses like here. Talk about that.
Okay, so what I want to say, this is where my mindset shifted, because many of you all have heard of Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the ways that you can make money. And where the real revelation clicked for me, and this is what I really want people to understand, because Pastor Carl just talked about, and we talked about network marketing. We talked about trading and building, right? But one of the things that many people shun network marketing is because this looks like a pyramid. This looks like this or that. But the reality is this: we have 6, 7, and 8 figure educators that teach us. But the reality is trading is a self-employed act, which means if you don't show up to trade, you don't get paid. But what I need you to understand is that building plus trading equals financial freedom. And that's what I Am Mastery has offered each and every one of us. Because I honestly have people that come on board, they're in there, they're like, I just want to trade, I just want to trade, I just want to trade. But then when they have a bad trading day, and this don't work, I don't have no money. But if you were building, impacting other lives, thinking about other people than yourself, you would have been rewarded, and you wouldn't have missed a beat because you still had a bag coming in. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that's what I want people to understand, because I have seen posts when people like try to talk about a company because you're doing network marketing. If you're gonna be a trader, just be a trader, but you don't have revelation. We got people making 6 and 7 figures pushing for Chairman 750 because they understand the power. You understand the power of residual income. At the end of the day, I want my money working for me. So yes, I'm gonna be a trader. But if I want to go to Cabo for 2 weeks and I don't want to trade, the bag is still secure. That's the difference between us and most people who don't want to share the opportunity, who don't want to position themselves for that free money. Listen, active income and passive income. Passive income is what makes you wealthy, because you can be actively trading. You can have an actively good trading day, but you can have a very actively bad trading day that can get rid of everything that you had before. And so it's about keeping your mindset open. This space alone offers you a minimum of 4 income streams if you're willing to position yourself. All it takes is making a decision and positioning. And that's what we decided to do. And so when I met Dr. Jewel, I'm like, man, she a boss. She all over the world. And when I moved here, it was literally Holy Spirit led. When she did meet me with another company, I was at Blue Cross Blue Shield. My church was in the process of dissolving. So I was praying like, Lord, what is my next? I've been in my same hometown for 29 years at that point. College there, everything there. And so the reality is, it's different seasons in your life, but it's at a certain point where only you can go to a certain place where you are. So I knew it was so much more for me to actually go to. And so I came to an event in Tennessee, and Dr. Jewel invited me to prayer school. And I was like, man, this is dope. I ain't never seen nobody pray like this. I like this, right? And literally from October of 2011 till February of 2012, I drove 7 hours 2 to 3 times a month just to go to church. I would drive, go to church, and drive back home 2 to 3 times a month. And then Holy Spirit was like, this is where you're supposed to be. And literally, as I was leaving that last time, I applied for a job. They called me the next day for an interview. I let my job know I was leaving, and I moved. And I'm thinking I'm going to be here for a year, but this past Monday made 9 years since all of that happened. And I've accomplished so much in 9 years than most people do in a lifetime. And it's all about positioning. So just like you're hearing this information today, it's about positioning. It's things that you're believing for. I knew I was praying to God, like, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? And then he said, Tennessee, you're supposed to serve Dr. Ben and Jewel at Destiny Center. I didn't come here to be in a business with her. It was the prayer that drew me. I didn't know what all of that was going to look like. You see what I'm saying? And then even in that, within 6 months, I started just serving assistant. I didn't want no money from her. I just knew it was something that she had that I needed. So how can I serve? And that's what you have to look at when you're positioning yourself to be mentored. The mentor seeks the mentee. The mentee pursues the mentor. I pursued her. She had something that I needed. It didn't matter if it cost me to travel with her. I wasn't looking like, oh, she a millionaire. She need my help, so pay for me to go. No, I pursued her. You see what I'm saying? And even in this space, there are people you're connected to in this space. There are people watching this live that you have been, you've been following. Pursue those relationships, because that will change your life. Kiara pursued Marquita. Kiara sound like Marquita. She like a Marquita mini-me. You will start to become like who you're following, if you will, because you start to study them. So not only is Kiara killing the game, Kiara is also about to hit P1000. Taja pursued and plugged into her auntie. Taja about to hit 2,000. Let's be very clear. You see what I'm saying? And so it's really, and that was what was for me. All I knew was, like, literally for these last 9 years, Dr. Jewel say do something, I do it. She's a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. So it makes sense. Quit thinking and quit talking to people that you won't switch bank accounts with. I don't want your bank account, so I don't care about your opinion. And that's what gets a lot of people caught up. I had a couple of calls yesterday, and it's people that's ready to move. I'm ready to move. I want to make this decision for my kids. I want to do this and I want to do that. But then they allow fear of the unknown to paralyze them. You have to get to a point to where when you hear, you move, because there is a window. You have a window to move before you miss it. And many times, and y'all could probably attest, there have been opportunities that you missed because you paralyzed yourself. But then once you moved, it didn't seem like it flowed. But then those times you moved immediately, the flow was there. When I moved immediately in less than a month, when I heard move to Tennessee, the flow has been there ever since. Imagine if I would have waited a year to see, are you sure you're telling me? I ain't never lived in another city. I ain't had no family here. All my family is in North Carolina. I came here by myself, not knowing what my relationship would be with Dr. Jewel. I just knew he said serve. So I knew I was in a new city all by myself. I knew I wasn't going to see her except at church. This is what my expectation was. I didn't come here expecting to chill at the palace. You know what I'm saying? So you have to go with your gut. When you hear something, you have to move on it, because you'll be looking back a year later and you see another person who made the move and you didn't, where you're supposed to be. Because just because you doesn't move, just because you don't move doesn't mean that God won't put somebody in position that is going to be where you were supposed to be at the end of the day. So you have to make sure, and that's really my thing. I'm about helping every man. I want to see every person win, just like Dr. Jewel has sown into my life to see me win. It would be so selfish, like Pastor Carl said. It would be so selfish of me to get on this education, to learn, to get the bag, to invest and grow, and then I won't even open my mouth and tell anybody. Why am I hoarding this information? You see what I'm saying? Why am I hoarding this information? Why am I being selfish? Because Camille wasn't selfish when she shared it with you. You wouldn't have known about it if someone wouldn't have opened their mouth to share with you. And so now you're winning. Why won't you open your mouth and share with somebody else? It's really that simple, because at the end of the day, we do network marketing anyway and don't get paid for it. I was over here watching something on Netflix that I seen on Facebook. Y'all ain't get paid for that, but thank you for the recommendation. You know what I'm saying? So now you just have to really change your mindset, because it's one thing to say you want to grow, but your actions show different. And I've literally had people, and I really want to challenge, and I'm going to be done, because this stuff be making me so passionate. But one of the things that I would definitely say, because I've had people come in this space and win, but when it seems too hard or it seemed like more work than they wanted to do, they revert back to the employee and the self-employed mindset. Being active employment will never make you wealthy. It's that passive. So what are you doing to position yourself? And this is another thing that I would say, and Keita and I going live on this later, but one of the things that Dr. Jewel really instilled in me, for those of you all who are believers, like when you were broke, when you did not have a lot, you showed up, you sold, you gave. One of the things that Dr. Jewel instilled in me before I even got money was, no matter how high you go, still serve. No matter the higher you go, the more you need to serve. So don't get it twisted and get brand new when you get the bag. Because when you get the bag and get brand new, that bag gonna be real short. You want to get it and keep it. So keep your heart pure. Keep doing what you were doing to get it. I prayed for increase. I got increase. I'm believing for more increase. The increase I got is great, but it's still not enough. But even as it continues to grow, like, it was not convenient for me to do an 8-week youth boot camp. I'm like, I have to really commit to every Wednesday for, like it was not. But Holy Spirit spoke to me and told me to do it. Remember, you done got here. Remember what I said. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, that's all I got.
That's so good, Mill. You dropped so many amazing, I believe, foundational wealth principles. There's wealth, but then you want to make sure you have the foundation of wealth. Because one thing I've learned over the years, if you get the foundation of wealth, service, a pure heart, wanting to impact people, you don't ever have to worry about that wealth stopping. It's inexhaustible. So sometimes people say things like, yeah, just like you got it, you can lose it. No, not if I follow the patterns of wealth that God has put in the earth. As a matter of fact, not only will I never lose it, but I'll continue to increase and expand in my wealth portfolio every single year. So just know that, get rid of all that. That's that poverty, subconscious thought. You never know. No, I do know, because I'm going to follow the patterns that God has put in the earth to make sure that my wealth is inexhaustible. So that was really good, Mill. All right, Kiera, girl, you saw this opportunity. What made you just go all in? Because you like on straight fire right now, and I'm trying to figure this out. You're 20 years old, beautiful. What was going through your mind when you saw this, and what's been happening since you've been in here?
There's only a couple things that I could say, and that was, I was tired of being tired. That's it. Just like Lil Baby said, I was tired of being tired, y'all. I graduated high school as a junior. I was only in high school for 3 years. So immediately after, you know what it is, right? Going straight to college, right? So I'm in college. I'm working a job. I'm doing the whole thing that the whole world told me I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't working for me. It just wasn't working for me. I knew in my heart that I needed to be doing something greater, right? So definitely not knocking college and not knocking a 9-to-5, because those are supposed to set you up. But I needed more. I didn't like the fact that I had somebody telling me how much money I could make with all of the brains that I have. I graduated high school a year early, and you telling me all I'm worth is $10, $12 an hour? All I'm worth is getting out of college and paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in student loans. I felt like I was worth more than that. And I wasn't going to wait for me to be 30, 40 years old to start working on my life. I wasn't going to wait. I was not going for nobody telling me, Key, you're going to do this, and this is how much you're going to make. No, I want to know. I want to be able to make as much as I want to make. And I needed a way to get that. You know what I'm saying? I needed a reason. I needed an outlet. So when I came into this space, I did have a back view into the space, which I am very grateful for. My mother was enrolled before I ever was. So I was able to get on these calls. I was able to see Jewel. I was able to, listen to these leaders speak. And I remember we had that virtual, I forgot what it was.
The virtual convention.
Yes, the virtual convention, and that's what sold me. I see Miss Jewel on there, and I was just like, yo, I will be a chairman. Like, I was not even enrolled, y'all. I was not even enrolled, and my mom had the convention on the TV downstairs, right? So I was like, look, like there's no way that there's these chairmen that are my age. These chairmen that are my age, because they decided to shift their lane, and instead of doing what the 95% is doing, they're doing what the 5% is doing. And I said, you know what? If they can get there, I can get there. I knew nothing on nothing. I said, I'm gonna learn though. That's all it was. I took a leap of faith. My leap of faith was quitting my job. I quit my job. I had $500 to my name to last me until it was gone. And that was just that, which I don't recommend quitting your job, but it was my leap of faith. I was like, yo, I took every day studying. I'm like studying 4 hours a day. So I realized that the world is changing. I always tell my people, y'all, the world is changing. Y'all think this is going to be the first pandemic? They telling you can't go to work? Y'all think this is going to be the first pandemic? This is not going to be the first pandemic. What happens when your job is say, yo, look, he would love for you to come in, but you can't. You can't work today. Now what? The world is changing. Tropical Smoothie, Sonic, not accepting cash. Since when in the world are we not accepting cash? This is why I tell our generation, don't open these eyes, open this eye. Because because we all see what's in front of us. But at the end of the day, you have to really understand the concept of environments changing. And our environment is changing. They're putting Bitcoin machines in the malls, y'all. This is very, very, very important. My generation, y'all, listen. I'm no different than y'all are. I bleed how you bleed. I see what you see. So I tell you, being 21 and working towards your future is how it's supposed to be. This is not no inspiration, miracle, motivation. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Don't wait until you 30, 40, late 20s. No, I want it before then. I need to be set before then. So that was essentially what led me on. I was not about to let anybody tell me, put a cap on my money when I know that my knowledge, my power, my goals, everything that I want are so much higher than that. So I'm breaking the chains. And that's really it. I'm breaking the chains. I refuse to settle. Can't settle. The world is changing, and so I'm going to change with it.
That's so good, guys. You guys see I'm multitasking. I'm literally in the middle of a close on a real estate deal. So I'm like not putting that on hold because we getting all these bags out here, okay? But Kiera, I heard everything you said, and I'm super proud of you. 20 years old. Tariq, you're 20. My Baji is 26. And here's the thing. If you want it, it's here. It's here. So you can keep overanalyzing if you want to, keep talking yourself down if you want to. But there's some people who saying, I won't be talked down. I'll be talked up. That's what I say. I will be talked up. So this last person that I want to bring on is very, very special to me. And this chick, boy, I mean, what can I say to these things? What manner of man is this? But this woman pastors with her husband. Her husband's a senior pastor. She's assisting him with that. They took over Empowerment Temple, who was pastored by Pastor Jamal Bryant a couple years ago. And I mean, she just dug in heads first. They were already pastoring a church called Elevation Temple. They run a multiple $million consulting firm, as my niece Taja told you. And I've been talking to her about this, and she was just like, girl, okay, sis, I'm proud of you. Okay. And then she was out one day and she ran into a Bitcoin ATM machine, and she called. She's like, okay, so what's this? I said, Janetta, this is why you got to get started. And so my sister came in here with the mindset if she was just going to learn how to trade. That was the only thing she wanted to do. This chick got in here and went completely crazy. And so, Taja, will you tell your beautiful mommy, my beautiful sister, to come on here right now? Because we got an announcement to make, baby. Tell your team, get on this live right now. Tell them, get on this live right now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And I know Camille's over there looking at her phone, trying to respond. Sheila on this line. We working it out. We're a team, boy. I tell you what. Come on with the two braids. Come on with the two braids.
Let's go.
Up, everybody. What?
Janetta.
What?
We've been working so hard. She refused to look at the back office. She's like, I can't look. We were up last night with Camille. She been on with Auntie Jeannie. We've been crunching these numbers. She been putting people on. And I want you to know, my beautiful, anointed, powerful sister, that it is official. You have now entered into Platinum 5,000. Yes, it is official. It is official. It is done.
Woo!
You did it.
Hallelujah.
And you got the extra bonus money, the Bitcoin baby money on the table from Christopher Terry, our CEO himself, through Rich Girls Trade, our chairman Lawrence and Tamara Young. So not only did you make the rank of P5000, but you're also getting additional Bitcoin in the 4 figures. Come through, somebody.
Hallelujah.
You did it, girl.
I'm so hyped. I got some. Listen, I'm about to play some music. I'm hyped. We about to play some music, honey. It's going down. Listen, I feel like doing a victory speech, a victory lap. I'm telling you, I just want to thank you, first of all, Jewel, for your leadership. Here it is. This is the Rocky theme song.
Hey, let's go. I know that's right. Let's go, Rocky. Never quit, right? But you did this in like 5 months. You've been in.
I wasn't
Hey,
hey.
you didn't get serious till 2 months after.
You already know. See, this is all I needed. But look, first, for real, thank you so much to my sister. I love you. I adore you. Thank you for your persistence, your consistency, because I was blowing her off for years. I was just like, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm busy. I got stuff to do. I got her to raise and the other ones and, business and ministry. But I'm so thankful for your insight and vision that you said, no, I see this. Guys, Jewel was doing this before we had social proof. You were doing it when there weren't Bitcoin machines, where Bitcoin wasn't in the news every day. So now we really have it much easier because you don't have to take our word. Do a Google search. As a matter of fact, just walk down the block, you're going to see it. 7-Elevens are putting Bitcoin machines all over. So I just love you. I thank you. You are the most amazing, fearless leader. Let's put some ones in the chat for Jewel Tiger. But no, I'm so excited. And sis, we're about to be the chairman sisters. That's what's up.
We're about to be the chairman sisters. Let's go, baby. Because we're about to knock out this chairman in 30 days. We ain't playing with that, okay?
Well, let's go.
Listen, and Janetta, tell them really quickly, because you have a lot of things going on. And I know some people, I want y'all to put some twos in the chat for my sister. She talking about ones in the chat for me. She the one just slammed P5000. You have a lot of things going on. Just share with them all the things that you have going on, but why you said this has to become a dominant in my life because of the possibilities.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, for this baby right here, for my next generation, right? So it's bigger than me. I think for me, I'm all about community service and giving back. That's why I love ministry. So as a matter of fact, I'm building a Montessori school on our church's campus. The children, this will be a part of their curriculum. We partnered with a school in Nigeria. So right now we're working with a guy who's running for the president of the capital of Nigeria. Him and his wife opened a school. We're partnering. We're taking this global. We're teaching the children over in Nigeria about trading. In addition to that, I have a fitness app that's coming out in the next 90 days that's going to revolutionize the world. I run the consulting business. I mean, I could be on here all day long, but you know what? This is the thing, what I realized. Wealthy people have multiple streams of income. They have multiple businesses. So for me, if I'm feeling like I'm doing so much stuff, then I need to put systems in place. That doesn't mean pull back. It means implement systems, because just because you have things on your heart that you want to do, you cannot get to a point where like, oh my God, I have so much going on. I can't do this. I can't do that. So for me, it's about the next generation. It's about community. In the summer, we're doing pop-ups. We're going in the hood, y'all. We're going to the Baltimore streets. We're doing pop-ups to teach our young and men in the city how to trade. Though they want to make this money on the street, on the corner, I'm going to show you how to do it legit. I'm going to show you right here. Give me 30 minutes of your time. I'm going to change your life. So that's what I'm about. Service is a lifestyle. That's how I look at it. And so for me, it was a no-brainer. That's something I could take back. You don't need a degree. You don't need a credit check. And you don't need a whole lot of money. I've never seen anything like it. So for me, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah. That's so good. That's so good, Janetta. And I'm so proud of you. And, she's building the Montessori school. She has a fitness app, but she said, you know what, I have to put priority here because, guys, we're at the forefront of the largest global economic movement ever. Cryptocurrency is a currency owned by no founder, no CEO. It's for the people, by the people. And so this is the quickest way for anybody. If you're serious about your bag, like you have to get educated here. And the next couple of years, so many jobs that they're out there now, they're going to be gone. Like if you understand crypto, you're going to understand AI, you're going to understand coding, and that is the language of the future. And you can sit back and just say, oh, I don't know. But, at some point, you just got to jump in. So I just want to hear from all of you really quickly. What is just your last words? Again, Janetta, so proud of you. You did that. I mean, this girl was relentless. Working hours. This chick, Carl, she like you. This chick could call 100 people in a day. 100 people in a day.
We ain't playing games out here.
I be like, how many people you talk to? She's like, Chad, 20 of them signing up. I said, huh? She is not playing no games with that. Like her level of perseverance is just completely motivating. So just a last word from everybody really, really quickly on the person that's watching right now. I know we got some traders on here. What's up, Dre Lavelle? We love you, brother. I know we got some traders on here right now, but I just want to hear from the people who I want you to talk to the people who are not involved in this space yet. Why should they take action right now? Camille, we'll start with you real quick, babe.
Okay, so I would say take action right now. And I'm just speaking as a person who went to college. I got my bachelor's, I got my master's, and I did all of that with the hopes of getting a job with a certain income attached to it with no guarantees. But in this particular space, it taught me that if I could position myself to learn, just like I committed that time in college, I could start seeing increase while I'm learning, not waiting 4, 5, and 6 years to possibly get. You see what I'm saying? And so if you go into this space with the mindset of being a student, I am learning something new. This is not something you need to research before you get in. Did you research being a doctor before you went to medical school? Did you research being a lawyer? Did you go take classes on YouTube for being a lawyer before you plugged in? And so just get those excuses out the way. If you really want to position yourself for financial freedom, it's the best move that you can make. I've been in this space. It'll be April. It'll be 5 years. Life has been different for me in 5 years because I made a decision. I knew if I committed 4 to 6 years to not even get a job in my field, I could commit 5 years to something that would change my life. And it's done that even within the first 6 months of being plugged in. So that's what I would say.
Let's go. Let's go. Take action now, you guys. I want to encourage you to message the person that invited you on here and say, I'm ready to take action. What do I need to do? Carl, real quick, last words for new people that are watching.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Matter of fact, April 4th is my 3-year anniversary.
Wow. Wow.
All right. Coming into the space knowing nothing about this industry, fear of the unknown, what I would say to someone is don't take advice from yourself. Like, I hear it all the time. Well, it's okay. You've gotten yourself to where you are. Praise God. But you're not going to be able to get yourself to where you're just destined to be. That's why God's going to connect you with the right partnerships, the right relationships. So I would encourage you to not just trust. And it's not saying you don't know anything. It's not what I'm saying. But if we're talking about crypto and you don't understand, you need whoever live you're seeing this on, you need to get back with them and get the link. You're getting involved with education. I love what Dr. Jules said. What's happening is the future. You need to learn about the future of money now. So thank you, Dr. Jules, for the opportunity. Let's go. Let's go. Let's grow.
Let's grow. I love it. Don't take advice from yourself, because if yourself could get you to a 7 or 8 figure earner, you would have been there by now. That's a word right there. Kiara, what would you tell a person watching brand new? They like, oh, is this for me? What would you tell them?
I would tell them at a point in time, you had to learn how to walk. At a point in time, you had to learn how to talk. At a point in time, you know what I'm saying? So don't get in this space and be intimidated by all the things that you are going to learn. Life is learning. You're going to learn something every day. You get a new 9 to 5, they're going to teach you a new routine. You know what I'm saying? So you learning every day. Don't limit yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Don't matter the age. My grandmother's in her 60s in this space, so age has no cap. That's the perfect thing I love about this. So hit the ground running and do the work for you. Because you know where you want to be, but the work is not going to surface unless you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. I know a whole lot of money makers on this live. It's y'all time right now. Let's go.
That's it. That's it. And my battery is about to die, so let's hurry up. Tyreek, what would you tell a brand new person watching this?
Coming in telling somebody that's on this live right now, I would definitely say that if you are not only trying to make money but learn a skill, like you said, the world is changing and the paper dollar is soon finna be gone. You know what I'm saying? So not only can you make money with this, you can teach your family generational wealth. You can build literally generations of wealth. Like you can set your kids, and so on up with this. And another thing is you need to be able to speak this language. You know what I'm saying? Like this is me being new in this, coming in 7 days. I didn't know anything. Carl teach me everything I know. He's connecting me with the right people. I feel like I could teach anybody everything I'm learning, you know? So like, this is definitely for you. If you're trying to make your own income, like you said, if you're trying to capitalize and have an unlimited amount of money, this is for you, man. Like this is the future, honestly.
Jewel, you're muted. Unmute.
Taji, what would you tell them, baby?
Guys, pray and take action. Simple as that. Stop all the dragging your feet. Pray, take action.
That's it. Janetta, new P5000 in the building.
Faith without works is dead. It's just that simple. Faith without works is dead. So let's go, let's go, let's go. It's time. It's time. Let's go.
It's time. You got to take action, guys. Become action takers. Don't just be a person that pray, but never take action. I feel like people, I really feel like prayer people should be taking more action than everybody else. We should be the best in our field, but we're not going to be the best in nothing if we don't learn how to take action and we keep being scary. So get back with the person that invited you on here today. We love to have you in our wealth family. You are, I love you so much. Janetta, beautiful, beautiful, anointed. Again, huge congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Now let's run on the chairman. Who coming next for the P5? Who coming next for the P5?
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it.